back at home. Pierce going to start tonight, just the second time all season. Josh Gray coming off the bench for the first time this year for the Tigers. And we're ready to go from Mizzou Arena. LSU in the purple, Mizzou in the white, and Camp Carter and LSU have the game's first possession.
Good matchup, Mark. A lot of guards on the floor. Both teams starting 3 guards. It'll be interesting which aggressively which one can attack the other.
Bailey hands off. Here's Sears. Stopped there by the big man Mitchell. Racing up, Corey Chest. And an emphatic beginning to this game for the redshirt freshman.
Chest is a big body, solid, took advantage of the smaller Pierce, thinner Pierce on him.
Is that Mizzou's starting lineup with Trent Pierce against start number 2 for him this season. Tony Perkins. Mitchell, cross court. Bates, floater, got it.
Obviously, right away, they ran at Bates. They do not want him to get open looks. They may give other guys open looks, but they won't let Tamar Bates get it going. So Bates smartly put it on the floor. He's very good at that. Likes to get contact, get to the foul line.
Here's Chest once again. Slips a little bit, able to maintain possession. Shot clock down to 6. Bailey, a lot of control, trying to flip it underneath for Collins. It's down to 2, down to 1. It just flipped up there by Jordan Sears with the shot clock expires.
Solid defensive stance by Missouri. Chest, when he lost the ball, everybody kind of stood. No cutters, nowhere to get a relief to make him pass the ball out.
Second possession for the Tigers as Mitchell looking to get back to Tony Perkins. Robinson, shot clock at 5. Anthony launches a 3. Got it. Sonny, he did not have a great performance at Auburn on Saturday.
Not consistent enough against a great team. And a lot of guys won't play well against Auburn. But it's good to see Robinson make his first shot. He has played extremely well in this building this year. Great game against Cal, solid against Kansas in that win. But here, if he can step back, they're going to give him shots, hand in their face. They just don't want him to get to the paint to draw contact.
Only took 2 official field goal attempts at Auburn, but no points, as you saw first time this year. He went scoreless. Bates, Mitchell. Wow,
how about that defense?
Sears.
That is 5'11" back to protect.
6'9" Mitchell, as you mentioned, 5'11" Sears. That may be a generous 5'11", but a great defensive play. And now the Tigers turn it over. Mizzou turns it over.
Good battle going on. Again, the guards tonight, we talk a lot about all of it, whether it's Sears, Robinson, Cam Carter, Bates, Perkins. They're going to all play hard against each other.
Chest fired it underneath the bucket, I think trying to get it to Bailey, but after Mitchell stole it, knocked away but out of bounds off Bailey. And there's third-year head coach Matt McMahon. Great, not really good season for them last year, but just missed out on the NCAA tournament.
You know, and interesting so far, LSU is playing through Chest on the low block. They've struggled scoring the basketball since Jalen Reed's been out inside. So they're going inside to see if they can produce. Chest has 1 bucket.
Mitchell trying to back Chest down. He holds his ground. It's out for a 3 from Perkins. Tipped out by Pierce, but into the arms of Sears.
Both teams like to push. They both score over 80 points a ball game.
Carter going to get around Mitchell. Some help defense from Bates. Quick pass to Bailey. Couldn't quite handle it and loses it. Bates now trying to get to the rim and could not finish. Wow. Sears crashes in. As Pierce came down with a rebound, he hits the deck and a foul going against LSU.
How about this pace? Man, it looked like Tamar Bates from about half-court line knew he was going to take this and flush it all the way. Now, I don't know what happened. Did he get bumped or pushed? No, he got twisted. Lost control of his body. And then Sears, 100 miles an hour the other way. Might have wanted to go within the speed limit because that one got out of control.
LSU foul is on Damian Collins. Here's Mizzou with a 3-point lead. The ball not quite 4 minutes in. Robinson, 14-footer. And Sears called for the foul there. Dennis Gates, third season for him as well at Mizzou. I think that takeaway was from Auburn on Saturday, facing arguably, I mean, a team that's ranked number 2, but be hard pressed to find a better team than Auburn these days.
You know, I think Auburn's the best team in basketball. They're on their court. The jungle is one tough place to play. I don't think Coach Gates was happy with the first half, the response early. I think he's probably happy that they hung in. A lot of guys got good minutes in the second half, especially Warwick, who had 19 points in that game.
Caleb Grill's going to check in here for Perkins. Tony Perkins battling a little bit of a bug. He says he's able to play through it. Robinson hits the second. 5-point lead for Mizzou. LSU 4 turnovers in their first 6 possessions of the game. A turnover bug. Almost another one there. Robinson quickly knocked it out of the hands of the Sears, but it'll stay with LSU.
One thing I noticed when LSU was playing against Vanderbilt, they crowded Sears. He could not get LSU into things offensively. He's going to have to get by Robinson early on the ball. Anthony Robinson can eat you alive. He's good defensively.
With pass, Collins feeds chest underneath. And Pierce caught some of the body, and he's going to pick up the foul from Mizzou. Interesting to see that Corey Chest becoming a low post option there. We chatted earlier today with Matt McMahon, the LSU head coach, about the loss of Jalen Reed, and he quite frankly said, we've been still looking for an answer down low.
Well, you can see how Missouri's defending this team. What they're doing is playing into the chest of all the guards. They're not going to try to let them either get shots or at least double them when they put it on the floor. Now, what Missouri's saying is, okay, throw it to your bigs, see if they can beat us.
Chest knocks down both free throws. Makes this a 3-point game. So now Sears trying to return the favor up the floor.
And LSU has been a very good defensive team. They only allow opponents to shoot 38%.
Robinson. Trent Pierce 3 is off the heel with a long rebound to Anthony Robinson.
Size and length over the top of Sears.
And then Chess came in with a hand, is going to pick up the foul. We come to our first timeout. 7-4, Mizzou out to the early lead in Columbia. LSU in scoring at 17 a game. Mizzou's missed their last 4 shots from the field, and LSU hasn't had a field goal in nearly 4 minutes. Grill missed 3, and Collins clears it.
Grill missed 5 games with a neck injury. Has not really gotten into rhythm since he's been back. Played in a couple ball games.
Curtis Gibbons is out of control, stumbling, and throws it out of bounds.
Missouri is absolutely speeding up this LSU team, especially in the backcourt. Forcing them to put it on the floor, forcing them to try to make plays, and they're not making them.
That's true freshman Curtis Gibbons, who just came into the game. And an early dose of that pressure, and that's now 5 LSU turnovers. Mitchell faces up, guarded by Collins. Perkins in the lane, turns, shoots, a little short. It's out of bounds, staying with Mizzou.
As poorly as LSU is playing, Mark, Missouri's not doing anything to stretch this lead. They should be up 8 or 10 because you kind of feel that LSU can get at least some confidence going on the offensive end.
Yeah, Mizzou's missed their last 6 from the field. And Victorious Miller, another one of the true freshmen for LSU in the game, picks up a quick foul there on the inbounds. Miller's been a source of scoring for Matt McMahon. 9 double-figure scoring games in non-conference play. Did not score in limited opportunities against Vandy on Saturday. Man-to-man defensively, the way LSU plays, they've got to communicate, got to talk.
get through screens. They're going underneath a lot of screens and allowing Missouri to get some open looks.
With a short shot clock, Pierce knocks down a corner from the 3.
One of the better shooters, I think, in the SEC. Numbers don't always say it, but really has a great release.
It was kicked by Perkins.
The one guy, there's a couple guys, Bates and probably Pierce, that they do not want to give space up to allow them to get set and get the open 3. Trent's got a terrific release up top.
It's his 15th made 3 of the season. Hitting just 5 in his freshman year last year.
Cam Carter quiet so far this first half.
Definitely has been. Has not had a shot attempt. A Miller, victorious Miller jumper. Neither team shooting the ball real well over the last 4 or 5 minutes. Mitchell getting to the rim and laying it in.
Mark Mitchell's game, attacking the rim, left-handed player, but he can finish right or left. Very good with his body when he goes up, can draw contact. Big-time finisher.
Collins shoots an open 3 and knocks it down. Damian Collins, only his 2nd made 3 of the season.
He does not take many, and he does not make many. That's his 2nd out of 10 this season.
I was just about to say, Sonny, doesn't LSU have to get Cam Carter involved in here? He kind of was absent a good portion of the first half of their game against Vandy.
Well, you know scouting reports are going to try to take Cam Carter away.
Tamar Bates with a 3. And he and Cam Carter doing a little talking back and forth. Mizzou's opened up an 8-point lead.
And Missouri's a team that'll switch about everything. So every time Carter goes somewhere to set a screen, they're going to switch guys. And I don't think he'll mind that because you can get a big on you. Now, that time he didn't. But that's what he can do. One bounce, go up, knock it in.
First shot attempt of the game from Cam Carter, and he knocked that down. Mizzou had missed 5 straight shots, but since then have hit 3 in a row from the field.
And right now, Missouri is very effective offensively in their movement. Good hard cuts, good movement. Makes it challenging for a man-to-man defensive team to match up.
Offensive foul on Mitchell.
Now the transfer from Kansas State is really good with the basketball. And because he's explosive off the bounce, taking 1 bounce, 2 bounces, or all the way to the rim, as a defender, you don't know when he'll pull up. 1 bounce explosion. Good jump shot.
Cam Carter, who spent the last couple seasons at Kansas State, born and raised just outside of Baton Rouge. It was an opportunity for him to come back to his home area.
And if you're a ball handler, what you do with a defender that's really good, you stop and go. Change pace, go, stop, ignite. Even if your defender's quicker, you can still control it.
Collins looking with 7 on the shot clock in the lane, shooting over Gray. Josh Gray just into the game, picks up his first rebound.
Josh Gray played his freshman season at LSU.
He played 3 years at South Carolina. Now at Mizzou, that's out of bounds, staying with Mizzou.
I don't think Cam Carter thought it was out on him because he could have picked it up. That's the old saying, though. If you can pick it up, pick it up. Don't let the official make that decision.
Warwick in the game now for the Tigers. Marquez came off the bench and put up some big numbers. Team high 19 points in just 17 minutes at Auburn on Saturday. That's kicked by Pierce. Turned over by Mizzou. Good ball movement. Sears.
How about the Missouri get back defensively?
And Bates stepped in the passing lane to pick that off, and Carter takes it the other way. Carter took it back, but stepped on the baseline before he could get rid of it. Timeout on the floor. 11:47 to play first half. 15-9 Mizzou.
Take care of the ball so that they can just get shot attempts.
So out of the timeout, Mizzou ball. Robinson passed a little wide. Warwick fortunate to keep it inbounds.
Carter, solid defender. Warwick good with the basketball.
Warwick able to get a little half step on him. Kick to the corner. Robinson three. And he hits another, his second of the night.
Really good start for Robinson. Again, scoreless against Auburn. Confidence got to be high tonight.
Another turnover for LSU. Warwick waits. Victorious Miller on the way back down. Commits the LSU foul.
Totally out of control. Sears, he left his feet, tried to make a pass. Missouri shoots a gap. Another turnover. Got to be sure with the basketball.
Second trip to the line tonight for Mizzou. Tigers have done a lot of damage at the line this year. It's been definitely one of the hallmarks of the season for Mizzou is the frequency they get to the line and frequency that they hit those free throws.
Number of guys that can put it on the floor, get to the paint, physical. Even their guards are physical. They take it into defenders' bodies to draw contact.
Mizzou's already hit 4 free throws tonight. They lead the nation in free throws made per game, averaging 21 a game. It's going to remain with LSU.
Sears must feel like he is in a battle, and he kind of feels like he's 1-on-5 since he doesn't give it up early with the passes to get the offense. Everything off the dribble, guys reaching, guys slapping.
Carter spinning, trying to flip that off the backboard, back out for Jai Bailey. Sears catch and shoot, big rainbow is long. Loose ball. And as Robinson got to it first, winning the race with Corey Chest, just commits the foul. That's number 2 on Chest.
Almost feels like any space, the shooter feels like they got to get it off quickly. Missouri phenomenal on the defensive end.
Tigers have hit their last 4 from the field. Robinson works into the lane, flips it up. Gray rebound, keeps it alive, and Warwick 3. Gray tipped that. Cruz tracks it down.
One of the weaknesses this LSU team has had also is rebound. Missouri taking advantage.
A third opportunity for Mizzou, and Warwick's 3 knocks it down, and timeout LSU. Offensive rebounding on this sequence alone, Sonny. Several opportunities for the Tigers.
And Mark, it's a rough league, and if you don't put a body on a body or at least sprint to the ball when it's off the rim, you're going to be in trouble. Missouri active to every loose ball and every rebound. And when the ball comes off and you get a long rebound, guys are chasing, you kick it around, you're going to find open guys, and Warwick, the benefactor. An offensive rebound by Cruz, an assist by Cruz. Missouri on a roll.
So 5 points off the bench for Marquez Warwick. We mentioned the 19 he had off the bench Saturday at Auburn. Did a couple of threes in that game. Mizzou on an 8-0 run here just over the last minute. Opened it up to 23-9. Sears, long 3. He saw a little room and elected to put that up. Missed his first 2 field goal attempts of the game prior to that. Robinson, who hit a couple of threes early, now has missed one there. Behind the back, Jai Bailey blocked. Robinson in the corner. That was last touched by Marcus Allen.
I tell you what, every time you think there's an open, maybe an open shot, maybe an open look, closes fast.
That window's closing in a hurry tonight, isn't it?
Both teams very athletic. This is a terrific behind the back move, but look at Robinson stay with it. Terrific defender. Long, lanky, 6'4".
Robinson was there, but Jacob Cruz was right back behind him. So the Tigers had a lot of pressure on the ball going to the rim. Here's Carter. Kicks it to the corner. A three, Jai Bailey. Good.
So you got 2 threes in a row that can get you quickly back in the game.
That makes it a quick 6-0 run in just 30 seconds. It was back-to-back threes for LSU. Warwick sees some room, and he puts up another. Left that one short. Gray, the offensive board, is second of the game.
Biggest man on the floor, maybe working the hardest of anyone trying to get rebounds.
Now he's fed by Robinson, facing up on Collins. A low pass collected by Pierce. Robinson, one dribble. The reach there by Fountain. Derek Fountain, who's into the game now for LSU.
Matt McMahon quickly off, hollering his guys to have hands up, not reaching, not digging so much, especially against the guard.
Gave that foul to Sears, so that's his second. That's Chest, Victorious, Miller, and Sears all have 2 fouls already in this game for LSU. So Jordan's going to go to the bench for LSU.
And what does Missouri like to do? Get to the bonus early. Good free throw shooting team. They shoot a lot of free throws, 29 a game.
Robinson knocks down the front end. Mizzou now 6 of 6 from the line to start tonight. 4 of those coming from Anthony Robinson II. Carter. Short. I think he was surprised he had so much space.
I think so. Sometimes a big man. The one thing I do like is they put the ball in Cam Carter's hand to bring it now because he's more shifty, a little quicker. But he was surprised he was open.
Bailey takes it out for LSU. Carter, catch and shoot 3. Rebound for Gray. Mizzou led by as many as 14, lead it by 10. Come up on the 8.5-minute mark. Cruz 3, too long. And as the ball came down, foul going against LSU. First on Fountain. It's going to put Mizzou back at the line for a 1-and-1 from Pierce. John and Richard, thanks very much. We welcome you to Mizzou Arena in Columbia. The Battle of the Tigers tonight. And it's a 10-point lead for Mizzou, who are already in the bonus, and the front end of a 1-and-1 is missed there by Trent Pierce, and it's the LSU Tiger ball.
Yeah, Missouri's defense has dominated this first half. Too many turnovers for LSU. I'm just glad Kentucky didn't feel like fouling again now that we're here.
We never made an SEC Network appearance tonight. Here's Collins in the lane. Pierce got a hand on that. Loose ball grabbed by Mizzou. And the first half turnovers that plagued LSU Saturday against Vandy back again here at Mizzou. Cruz, floater, no. Carter crashed into Pierce. That's a defensive foul. Well, here in mid-Missouri, they got part of the big blizzard that came through this part of the country, and the weather outside is indeed frightful. We'll show you more when we come back.
Great snow.
Well, it started as a little bit of ice and then significant snow on top of it, but Mizzou had all kinds of issues just getting back to Columbia. It was quite an odyssey for them.
Matchup zone now for Missouri. Missouri's defense has dominated this game. They've got 6 steals, 8 turnovers early in this ball game for LSU. Got to take care of the basketball. If they do take care of it, when they have, they've made some pretty good shots.
And Robert Miller in the game.
And you got to play the basket. Everybody's looking away from it. Play the rim. Make the defense think you're going towards the rim. Tougher to defend.
Eric Fountain's shot short. A 10-point lead in the ball for Mizzou.
Probably the key is LSU's defense has been good. Missouri's only shooting 37% from the field.
Josh Gray, who came off the bench tonight.
He's been pretty effective. Offensive rebound.
Very much so. Now he has the ball down low on Carter. The size advantage, trying to muscle his way to the rim. And then Robert Miller from the backside. And LSU foul and a grab. Now Dennis Gates' team gets out of Auburn, Alabama at about 8 o'clock Central Time. Rerouted in the air. We're not able to go to Columbia here. Had to go to St. Louis, and then we're supposed to go to Des Moines briefly. That didn't last very long.
That doesn't make sense, does it?
It does not. Got rerouted again back to St. Louis. Landed in St. Louis. Had to go to a hotel there near the airport. Stayed there. Got in at 1:30 in the morning, and then didn't get back till Sunday.
Coaches talked about Sunday. They got a lot of film work done in the hotel. All the things they would do here in the arena. Got back. Go back to work. Huge home game for Missouri. You know, you think about it, Mark, LSU lost their home game on Saturday. A big loss, the only team to lose in the SEC. Makes this game even bigger for Matt McMahon and his group to go on the road to try to get a win. Missouri, you lose on the road the first game to maybe the best team in the country, Auburn. Probably expected not to win that, but now you've got to shore up home court. Tough in this league no matter where you play.
After a lane violation gave Gray another opportunity, a miss. And Mizzou gets the line more effective than anybody in the nation.
An aggressive zone defense. Now, it's interesting because LSU's got a chance to move the ball around. They are not a good interior scoring team. Missouri is making them throw it inside to see if they can get beat by any of the bigs that can score.
Warwick able to get to the rim. And the Tigers into about a 4-minute drought for a field goal from the field.
And Warwick is simply a scoring machine. Over 2,300 points at Northern Kentucky.
And number 3 right now, all time in Division I active scoring. Cam Carter, too strong. Miller had a chance for the rebound, but it's saved by Bates. And here comes Mizzou. On the run, Robinson. Mizzou being very aggressive getting to the rim, and that foul on Jai Bailey.
Physical play. Robinson taking off the bounce. Let's go back to Warwick. Talked about on Saturday. He can shoot it outside. He's a great three-point shooter. Got a great mid-range game. Can finish around the rim right-handed or left-handed. He is a lefty. And his 19 points at Auburn probably gives him more minutes in this lineup. You take a look at the most active scoring leaders in the country. Dickinson, Sears at Alabama. I'm not sure if Quez Warwick could catch Sears, but you never know. Guy can score big moments.
Robinson has hit all 5 of his free throw attempts tonight. It's 12 free throw attempts for Mizzou, just 2 so far for LSU. You see the fouls. There's 3 team fouls against Mizzou, and they're in the double bonus on the other side. Jai Bailey able to kiss that in.
Terrific cut from the grad student from Richmond. You know, he didn't play a lot his first 3 seasons at Richmond. Last year averaged just around 11 points a game, 10 points here at LSU. One of those guys that kind of a glue guy. Good defensively, good offensively, good numbers. He and some of the other veterans are going to have to find ways to get stops on the defensive end and then at least take care of the ball, get some offensive scores.
The bucket by Bailey was the first score in about 4 minutes for LSU. There's another offensive rebound from Mizzou, and that one from Warwick.
Yeah, weakness for this LSU team is rebounding. Missouri taking advantage of this first half.
Bates quickly swings it to Robinson. Anthony was 7 to shoot. Bounce pass down low. Stuffed by Mark Mitchell. Carter guarded by Mitchell. Takes him into the lane. Bumps into Gray. Couldn't finish it, though.
I do think Cam Carter, if two bigs jump out at it, attack him. And I know they look like they've got you stopped. No, you attack them, make them move their feet.
Warwick. One and done that time for Mizzou after a rebound by Collins. Freshman Victorious Miller.
Good player.
Collins shadowed by Gray. They get it to Carter. That's a 3. It's short. It goes off Warwick. His rebound came quickly off that left rim to Warwick. A little too quick. Will remain with LSU.
Carter now 1 of 7 from the field.
It was a very quiet first half for Cam Carter against Vandy. Opened it up in the second half. Wound up with 22 points.
You know, Missouri can wear you down. They're going to make you, if you're going to play man-to-man defense again, they got a lot of movement on the offensive end. And they put so much pressure on every ball handler defensively. That's what's frustrated Carter.
Mitchell got a hand on that and deflected it. LSU able to come away with it, though. Bailey. Sealed off by Mitchell. LSU began the game hitting 5 of their first 11 from the field. They're just 1 of 8 since then. Givens from the free throw line off the front rim. Bates leaves it for Grill. An open deep 3, and that's what Caleb Grill brings to the floor for Mizzou, and LSU will use a timeout.
Yeah, 2 veteran players. They saw each other at half court. Bates up ahead, took a look at Grill and said, hey, I'm dropping it off for you. You can see it coming. And Grill missed 5 games from a neck injury. Hasn't played well in the last 2, but this could get him on track. Tigers of Mizzou on a roll.
So it is Mizzou that begins with possession to start the second half. You see the turnover battle. It was a big issue in the first half for LSU against Vandy on Saturday. They got much better in the second half. There's Tamar Bates. Nice little reverse and score for Tamar.
Pretty good move. Again, they want to crowd Bates because he's a shooter. Tamar's been around a long time. He put it on the floor. Left-handed guy, but he finished with the right hand.
He puts Bates in double figures with 10 points. Givens, maybe the freshman is a scoring answer for them. He has been so far tonight.
And that's a good sign because when we talk to Matt McMahon, they all know he is a better shooter than the numbers. Only 25% from the field this season. Tonight, much better.
Givens, 8 points to lead LSU. And Tony Perkins, who's been ailing a little under the weather. Knocking down a 3 for Perkins. He played just 7 minutes in that first half, and I would have to think, Sonny, that it's related to his condition.
Under the weather, yeah. And Missouri's got a lot of guys that can play, and they've all played well when they've come in the game. LSU, again, you can't stand around too much because in Missouri, again, they switch, they communicate. You've got to be aggressive when you attack.
Carter just 4 points in the first half, and an aggressive Perkins bumps into Carter and earns the foul.
And I know you watched the film of LSU playing Vandy. Remember the second half that Cam Carter came out and tried to be forceful with the ball, and it worked. He got him back in the game. Actually, LSU took the lead before Vanderbilt pulled away in that game and won.
And LSU was down 13 at the half on Saturday at home to Vandy. As you mentioned, did come back, take a brief lead before losing that game. And there's Carter, a chance for a 3-point play.
So a couple possessions and they're scoring. Now can they get stops? Cam Carter. Quick off the bounce, quick off the floor, explosive score, 17 points a game. If they can get him going, they're still going to have to find ways to defensively stop this Missouri team.
Carter finishes off the 3-point play, and that's the deficit to 14. They trailed by as many as 19 in the first half. Pierce, who got the start tonight for the Tigers, foul going to the rim.
that's how you want to defend Trent Pierce. He's such a good shooter that you want to jam him, but here's what Pierce has done probably the last month so far. He puts it on the floor and can finish because of his height at 6'10". Got a great release of the ball, but if he can put it on the floor, it's another weapon for Dennis Gates' ball club on the offensive end.
Here's these big rainbow free throws, knocks down both. 75% foul shooter now on the year. Gibbons off the bench tonight. A couple of threes, 8 points in his 14 minutes for LSU.
Difficult when you run offense when a team that you're playing switches everything.
Chest ran into Robinson. Bailey came up with possession initially, but then Mitchell was able to get a hand in there and get a tie-up.
That looked like football. Bailey didn't go for the ball. He went for the body.
Yes, he did.
This ball gets loose, and again, active hands. Here comes Mark Mitchell. Watch Bailey. Bailey goes, I'll knock him down first, then we'll go after the ball.
Just 5 to shoot. Possession are keeping it with LSU. The ball gets loose. And then crashing in Collins and Pierce. Unfortunately, both get up quickly. That was sent each one flying awkwardly.
Here's the difficulty, either underneath out of bounds or side out of bounds. They're setting screens and they're switching it. And the guy who sets the screens needs to peel back towards the ball. They're switching it, and there's nobody helping the guy that gets switched to. So every pass is kind of over the top, loose, and Missouri's been able to either steal it or at least cause a turnover, just like the one that went out of bounds.
11 turnovers for LSU. There's 5 from Mizzou so far tonight. Perkins dribbles to the free throw line. Pierce will use the dribble. He got tied up for a moment by Bailey. He finds Bates, who's fouled, going elevating to the rim.
Wow, let's meet at the rim. Woo. I think Bates thought he was going to bring the rim down. I love how Corey Chest plays it. Chest is physical, tough. Didn't allow Bates to flush that one home.
Our next women's basketball game coming up on Thursday. Number 15, Kentucky takes on Florida from the O'Connell Center in Gainesville. Coverage tips off at 5 o'clock Eastern here on SEC Network. Gill, 11th. You're in top 10. SEC women's hoops averaging 16 a game. Match up number 15, UK in Florida. Bates in double figures for the 10th time this year. He's got a dozen after those 2 free throws. Bailey sealed by Pierce along the baseline. Finds Carter with 3 to shoot. Cam's going to have to put this up. Hit the rim just as the shot clock expired, but the run out by Perkins. Mitchell gets around Gibbons. There's Collins, who caused him to adjust the shot, and a steal by Bates. $14 for Tamar Bates. Now leads Mizzou in scoring tonight. Mizzou's opened up a 22-point lead, their largest of the game.
Mark, as good a defensive effort as I've seen all year by any team.
20-point lead for Mizzou. There's a Carter 3 to answer. Trying to stem the tide somewhat for LSU.
Every bucket's tough, though. I mean, it was a tough, good move. Little push off from Bates so that he could get some space.
And nothing has come easy tonight offensively for LSU.
And maybe the day or 2 days they got in St. Louis helped this Missouri team. They got in, they flew in late on Saturday night, had to stay all day Sunday, got home Monday. Good shot by Cam Carter again, starting the second half, being much more aggressive with the ball. We know he could score it. Tough part is, can this LSU team make some stops, keep take care of the ball, get some shots, get this thing to within 10 points.
Just 4 minutes gone here in the second half. Perkins led Pierce, who takes it to the rim. Loose ball again. Winds up with Matt McMahon after a kick, and another LSU turnover. Well, Bates has gotten hot here in the second half.
Well, pretty easy when you lay in the weeds and wait for the loose passes from this LSU team. And Tamar Bates read it perfectly. He baited him, so to speak. Tamar with the finish.
Took the bait. Everybody in our business, he's not a 6-year senior. This is year 4. He played 2 in Indiana. Now this is his 2nd year at Mizzou.
So you're saying he's got a couple more there?
Well, who knows these days?
Yeah, hey.
So Tamar, message sent out. We'll make sure nobody calls you a 6-year senior anymore.
Man, what a game he had against the Kansas Jayhawks. He grew up in Kansas City, Kansas, so quite an afternoon that he had against his Jayhawks. 29 points.
Right on cue. He had 29 points in that win over #1 Kansas. It was definitely personal for him, and
he must understand TV also, because he perfect timing.
Says take your 6-year senior and I'll show you what to do with that. Carter flips it up short. Gibbons able to keep it alive, but only 5 to shoot as that Carter shot didn't hit the rim. Gibbons, that didn't hit the rim either. And Bates comes away with a rebound. Tigers keeping it on the perimeter. Warwick. Shot clock gets under 10. Perkins. And it winds up being a Pierce 3 with 3 on the shot clock, and an aggressive rebound by Victorious Miller.
Not a ton of size on the court for LSU. So if you're smaller, you got to be much more aggressive at attacking the rebounds.
Miller spins, shoots from the elbow. LSU.
Ooh, wow.
Warwick in and out. Seven points tonight for Warwick in just 12 minutes. After 19 off the bench at Auburn on Saturday. Gibbons spinning on Perkins and scoring. Nice move there by the freshman.
Well, I like the size of Curtis Gibbons. Strong, 6'3", about 195, just powerful.
Perkins trying to respond right back, but it kicks off the rim. Carter feeding down low. Bailey waiting, spinning with that right hand, scores. Timeout now, this time for Dennis Gates and Mizzou.
Something about being patient when you have the ball down low. Ball fake, and then finish it off like Jai Bailey did.
Timeout. We're under 14 minutes to play in Columbia. Mizzou by 17.
I was kidding on Saturday. Maybe you just put all 16 in one bracket. And just, you know,
I heard you say that. You know, when you said that, the first thing that entered my mind is 10 or 15 years from now, I don't know what college basketball is going to look like. And you may have been prescient in that prediction.
Well, how good
it could happen.
Hey, how good would this league be if everybody played each other twice? Ooh, that'd be 30
the
great
Big 12
games,
used to do that when they were just the 10 teams.
Yes, yeah.
Warwick leaning in with the kiss.
I tell you what, this Warwick's got so many angles of how he can score. Doesn't usually power you, but just keeps you off balance and has absolute great ability with either right hand or left hand to finish the play.
Fountain can't finish it. He got knocked to the ground.
Well, LSU coaching staff can't be happy with that. One of the first times they've gone to the basket to try to finish at the rim. Guy gets knocked down, no whistle.
Robinson dribbles his way into the lane, pulls up from 10.
Loves the paint.
Kick to Bailey. Jai founds Fountain. Fountain three. Too long. Pierce had the rebound knocked out of his hands, but right to Robinson. Anthony nearly had it stripped by Bailey. Pierce, a three. Fountain collects the board and a push there. Boy, Jordan Sears aggressively taking Robinson to the ground there. Would be surprised if they take a look at that. Nonetheless, we're under 12 in a 21-point game.
Hard to replace that kind of production.
Haven't seen a lot of Jacob Cruz tonight. Just a couple of shot attempts in 5 minutes. A guy that when that three ball starts to fall, it falls in bunches.
Almost single-handedly won Mizzou the Jacksonville State game. He had 6 threes, 19 points.
Gray, wave it off, you travel. Well, Josh has certainly contributed on the boards tonight.
You know,
7 rebounds.
He's been really a good pickup in the transfer portal. You mentioned last 3 years at South Carolina. A big presence inside. Physical, 7 feet, 260, rebounds it well, can guard long inside. Older player, understands how to play.
Able to go into the backcourt, but Carter brings it up ahead. They're going to get Caleb Grill. Reach there. Number 2 on Caleb. LSU scored the first basket of the game, a Corey Chest slam. That was their only lead. They've been trailing ever since. There's another rebound for Gray, his 8th. Josh, who spent his true freshman year with LSU, played in 10 games for them that year.
Hard to guard guys when they dribble from underneath the ball. Hands underneath the ball, and they bring it over. Now, that's how the game's played. I get it. Hard to guard them, though. If you can hold it from underneath before the dribble.
And that's legal.
Very difficult. Yeah, it's legal. Well, I don't know if it's legal. I don't know if I've ever seen anything called. When's the last time you saw palming called?
Oh, no.
Or carry.
Long time.
But I'm just saying it's really hard to defend the guy that's shifty, like Warwick, if he can put that hand underneath it and hesitate that dribble.
Grill picked up another quick foul. So that's 3 on him. Gibbons too strong with that left hand, and a Gray rebound who's near double digits but turns it over. Bailey will respond and get some points off turnover tonight for LSU. There haven't been many of those. It's their 4th point off turnovers tonight. Mizzou on the other side, 20 of those. Warwick has to chase it back near midcourt. Seeing that hesitation dribble.
Well, stop, start, control the defender. Again, by movement of the stopping starter. Quick step back, quick step. Keep the defender off balance.
Bailey,
nice pass.
Gibbons, 3, good for the freshman.
Nice pass and a good screen down low by Damian Collins.
It's 13 for Curtis Gibbons. His career high is 15. That came in the season opener for LSU against UL Monroe. Loose ball. Carter comes away with it. Spins, lays it in. Some showtime from Cam Carter.
Wow.
Timeout Mizzou.
Quickness. And man, what a spin move.
A 7-0 run in just the last minute for LSU.
Great screen down low by Collins and a good pass by Bailey. Wide open. Gibbons was a solid night, especially in the offensive end. And give LSU credit. They're not quitting. Good action by Gibbons to keep it alive, and then the spin cycle. Earl, the Pearl, Monroe would have been proud.
Oh, yeah. And suddenly the turnover bug has bitten Mizzou. They've turned it over 4 times in just under the last 3 minutes.
And you never want to go into what I would call the prevent offense. Some guys like to run some clock, but if you go in somewhat of a prevent offense where you're just kind of not doing as much, because the reality is when they're aggressive on offense, LSU has not been able to stop Missouri.
Mizzou had only 5 turnovers in the first 26 minutes of the game, but almost doubled that in just the last 3. Mizzou was up by as many as 21. Cut down to 14 with still 9:40 to go here in Columbia. Perkins tonight just 13 minutes, averages about 25 a game. Been dealing with cold-like symptoms. Gibbons knocked it out of his hands, but it's called for the foul.
And Perkins, one of those veteran guards, knows how to play physical play. Obviously out of the University of Iowa, all Big Ten player, but a physical presence as a lead guard out front.
And Victorious Miller, his 4th foul. He and Sears each with 4 fouls for LSU. Perkins kick out, Grill deep 3 out front. Swish.
How about Perkins off the bounce with the left hand, straight from the bounce to the passing lane. A lot of coaches wanted 2-handed, but the one hand was perfect. Right on the money for Grill.
Second 3 for Grill tonight in his 11 minutes. Gibbons going to the rim, gets fouled.
Caleb Grill can get his stroke going again. Sat out 5 games with a neck injury. The last 2 have been a few minutes. Has not shot the ball well, but tonight, pretty good stroke.
Gibbons finding Collins, who's able to clean up his own miss. I've been impressed with Curtis Gibbons tonight.
Yeah, I have too. I like how he plays. I like his presence. I do think it's a rude awakening when you're a freshman, how tough the SEC is, but he has responded, been really good.
Here's Bates on Victorious Miller.
Pretty good pass here, and Collins misses an easy one. And Damian Collins always been known to play above the rim. Pretty easy finish.
It's been a couple of seasons in Kentucky. Bates, who led the SEC last year in free throw shooting, 6th in the nation.
He's a freak, man. It's a free throw freak. 95%.
Last I checked today, he was still not quite leading the nation. He was number 2. Knocks down another.
And might as well get back on defense.
LSU started the second half hitting 5 of their first 13 from the field. Since then, they've hit 4 of their last 5. Carter's to prevent Grill from getting the steal. Nice 3. Gibbons adjusts. Got it to go. Collins, falling down, was able to put that in off the glass and gets a 3-point opportunity.
You know, Mark, the ball is moving better. And I was very fortunate for LSU that it wasn't stolen by Grill. But as the ball moves, when a team is switching, changing everything, if you move the ball and you have a ball fake or 2, guys might be able to get position inside. When you're switching up like Missouri does, sometimes that leaves you vulnerable for defensive rebounds. Now, they'll take that because that's how they play.
That 3-point play, Collins double digits, 10 points tonight. Comes in averaging 8 per game at 4 points in 19 minutes in the loss to Vandy Saturday. Dribbling into the lane, Perkins. Rebound, chest. Here's Carter. Gets past Bates. There's Pierce. Carter was determined to get to the rim. Pierce impressively able to get back, picks up the foul. So with 7:42 to go, timeout with Mizzou up by 14. We're in order in the second half.
Yeah, do you think it's the start of games or is it not being ready? There's a lot of things coaches try to figure out with your team. A lot of times, though, I'll always credit things that when you're down, it's easier, right? You're down a bunch. You're going to be a little looser. The key in the Vanderbilt game, they did get the lead. And then Vanderbilt hung on. What I think is interesting here is 13. Can they get it to 10? Can they make Missouri a little bit nervous on both ends of the floor?
Carter free throws. It's 66-54. Still 7:42 to go. Here's Bates. Defended by Bailey. Gray comes out to set the screen. He rolls. Keith Kimball blows the whistle and a foul on Gibbons. His second.
Smart play by Robinson. He got Gibbons on his back and then just kept him on his back. Referee's going to give you the call.
Robinson hits the front end here in year 2 sophomore season. After coming off the bench last year, now a starter. 15 points so far tonight.
He's made a huge leap, just really in leadership. They put the ball in his hands early in the year. I knew the second half of the Cal game, simply put his teammates on his back, ran the club, scored the ball. They were down 16 at half.
Yeah, he had 29 points in that come from behind win over Cal in his 28 minutes. And tonight he had a couple of early threes to kind of set the tone for Mizzou.
And when he shoots it well outside, he's pretty dangerous. But one of his biggest traits is he's one of the great defenders in this league.
He thought he had it clean there, but he is whistled for the foul by official Courtney Greer. Number 2 on Anthony. 18 foul against Mizzou, so it's a 1-1 here for Gibbons. Dennis Gates, I don't think, liked the explanation he was getting from Courtney Greer there.
85% free throw shooter. Gibbons, LSU nearly 75% free throw shooting team. And we're in the bonus with 7:14 left to go.
It's Gibbons' first free throw of the night. Just his 14th and now 15th free throws of the season. And he splits the pair there. Coming up on the 7-minute mark. LSU was down 21 at one point. Blocked by Collins.
Well, Collins getting back in that play.
Bailey. But Grill comes away with a rebound. Got a chance there.
I thought Bailey,
impressive defense.
I thought Bailey had a chance to kick it out. Got a guy wide open in the corner.
Mitchell met by Collins.
Tell you what, Collins doesn't let much get by at the rim.
He does not. And with the injury to Jalen Reed, they're going to need him down low this year.
Collins came all the way. He was on the high side on that top screen, so he came all the way from the top of the key to make that block. Great effort.
Collins did pick up his 4th foul there, so he joins Sears and Victorious Miller all with 4.
Mitchell only a 59% free throw shooter.
Certainly gets to the line a lot. Hits the first there.
Missouri 29 free throws a game. That leads the country. They make 21 free throws a game.
And this free throw upcoming for Mark Mitchell will be his 92nd of the season.
Wow.
Fountain coming in for LSU. I get Collins off the floor with his 4 fouls. Mitchell knocks down both. Mizzou as a team 10 of 10 from the line here in the second half.
Good stroke. Still up 15. LSU has not been able to get it under 13.
Bailey down low. Chest lays it in. Good ball movement that time by LSU.
Simple thing against the zone. If you can get in the middle of the floor, roughly around the free throw line, once they can catch it, play the rim, you got 2 avenues, and you've got a weak side kick.
And they get it down to 13 again.
Nice
Close
pass.
as they've been in a while. Gray trying to clear some space. Chest was having none of it.
What a big possession for LSU. Get a bucket here, maybe a 3.
Bailey too long with the 3.
Maybe not.
Gray hands off to Grill. Caleb, no space there. There's Chest. Gets it back from Robinson. Caleb swish. He loves that spot out front.
How about that release? It's pure.
Carter can't answer with a 3 of his own. The Grill rebound, and he outlets to Robinson. Anthony Mitchell stuff. LSU got caught with 3 players trying to get back quickly, and Mizzou took advantage.
If you send 3 to get an offensive rebound and you don't get it, you're in trouble on the other end.
Under 5 to go.
And credit Caleb Grill for that defensive rebound.
3 Gibbons. Grill and Bailey each went crashing to the floor. And we play on. Mitchell throws it over over the head of Grill right towards Sonny.
I should have had better hands. I should have handled that one. When Grill steps into it, look at the rotation. All twine. Robinson with a look away, easy finish. Every time that LSU's gotten to that 13-point mark, they had a chance. Had the ball down 13 with an open 3. Bailey missed it. You give up 5 quick points.
Just like that, it's up to 18. Chest is going to shoot 2 from the line with 4:30 to go.
How explosive is Corey Chest?
He's got some power. Chest has been their leading rebounder for Matt McMahon at 8 a game, and now you're starting to see the scoring pick up for him as well. Well, next Wednesday, a men's basketball triple-header here on SEC Network. It starts at 6 Eastern. Number 1 Tennessee taking on Georgia, followed by the Red River rivalry, Texas and Oklahoma. Longhorns have won 7 straight in that rivalry. But OU and OSU were in the Big 12. They started calling that the Red River Showdown because it's so hard to say Red River rivalry quickly.
I'm glad you took that, handled that one.
In the corner, they're looking to trap Bates. He's got nowhere to go. Did he get a timeout? Yeah.
I only knew it as Bedlam. That's all I knew. Bedlam.
That's it. Bedlam. Timeout with 4:24 to play. SEC men's basketball is presented by Pfizer, the official pneumococcal pneumonia vaccine awareness sponsor of the SEC. So wanting to try to sneak one back on the road and kind of even things out if they could.
Well, it doesn't get any easier for LSU because this Saturday they go to Ole Miss.
And this starts a stretch tonight where 4 of their next 5 games are all on the road, including tonight.
Yeah, very difficult.
Grill. short with that three.
You know, Mark, when Grill now comes off with his hard movements to get the basketball, you know he's looking to shoot it, and that means teammates know he's looking to shoot it, and they go to offensive glass. And he came off that pick down low, and when he made the turn, the weak side, they're heading to the rim. And that's good, because your shooters, if they shoot it, even it might not be a great shot, you got a chance. Did Bates just hit the rim on a free throw?
He did. Yeah, he's slacking off.
Yeah, we better deduct.
You only give him a half point on that one?
Yeah.
There you go.
You know, last year he had 30, I think it was 37 in a row. School record, Jason Sutherland, 39. He will be approaching that soon.
20 points tonight for Tamar Bates. Deflection by Mitchell. Well, that ball was in the air. Something went down that brought the whistle from Courtney Greer, the baseline official. Two for Collins. Zoo will sub in Anthony Robinson and Josh Gray.
Josh Gray's colorblind. I didn't know if you knew that.
I did not know that.
Well, I'm only thinking that because he's got one black shoe on and one white shoe. I'm just guessing. I didn't know. I mean, he's got two different color shoes on.
Now, he should be able, even though colorblind, tell those two.
Not after I said that. What would it be if you can't tell shades?
Really colorblind. 10 rebounds tonight for Josh Gray.
He was good. Robinson controlling everything on the offensive end.
Deep three, Warwick.
Pretty hard to leave him open.
I think that's what that was. Like, you're going to disrespect me by just leaving me open here? I'm going to shoot it.
50% three-point shooter.
Bailey had to hesitate a little bit on the collection, but able to put it in.
LSU made a run. Again, got it to 13 with the basketball and an open three and missed it. Missouri answered with a three and then a bucket. Boom. Back to 18 in a hurry.
Bates had to save that. Leaping towards the backcourt. Now Perkins gets stripped by Carter. Bates trying to get back. Carter gets there first with the flush.
Springs. He's got springs. Holy smokes.
Some serious hops.
Yeah, he does.
Mizzou had gotten it back over 20, now at 17 with 2.5 minutes to go. Mizzou looking poised to defend their home floor.
Now you got Mitchell inside, mismatch. That's happened twice. Neither possession did they get him the ball.
Turn around. Tough shot with just 2 on the shot clock for Bates. Feed to Victorious Miller, and he gets the 3 there.
Good pass, good run out by Miller. Good pass by Bailey.
Warwick in the backcourt harassed by Miller, but it's brought ahead by Bates. Under 2 minutes to go. Well, a Mizzou win here tonight would end a streak in SEC play. Mizzou wants to put in the rearview mirrors. Robinson can't finish the lay-in. Gibbons splitting a couple of defenders and a Mizzou foul. Mizzou hasn't won an SEC regular season game since they beat Ole Miss March 4th of 2023. And they haven't won an SEC game, period, They won an SEC game in the SEC Conference that year on March 4th. So it has been a while. What is it, 600, almost 670 days since they have won an SEC game.
It's a long time.
It's a long time.
It was a long, tough year last year. Every opponent, the coaches would comment about how hard Missouri played, and they were close, just never got a win. This year, I think because of that, I think they were picked maybe lower than they should have been picked preseason. Penn State's with the transfer portal, got some good veteran players. Mark Mitchell, Tony Perkins, veteran-type players that could lead the way. They got one of the top 5 recruiting classes in the country, so they got good freshmen. Caleb Grill is back healthy. Didn't play much last year.
Grill will go to the line. LSU just gotten it down to 13 again, but now with the clock only a minute 20 to go.
Are we calling that the Mahomes cut? If you went to the barber, would you say Mahomes cut? Is that how you call that? I don't know.
That's Caleb's is probably a little bit longer than what Patrick normally wears from
texture.
What,
yeah, different.
Yeah, but yeah, I think that style-wise, not that you and I are aficionados on hairstyles.
Don't quite have the head of hair left to say that when we go in. So what do you think?
Neither of us have the Patrick Mahomes, I can tell you that right now. Tell you, there's some guys on
style, just the color. For us.
Both. Both is the answer. St. Shaw back into the game. Played about 5 minutes prior tonight. Gibbons. Gibbons has been their leading scorer with 15. He's played 29 minutes tonight, and Sears got in some early foul trouble.
You know, Mark, the league is tough, so both teams, you celebrate if you're Missouri. Frustrated if you're LSU. Get home safely, get out of this weather, get home safely. But then you go back to work. Missouri's got probably the most surprising team in the SEC. And LSU, as we mentioned, heads to Ole Miss.
Yeah, Mizzou Vandy Saturday, 2:30 Central Time here on SEC Network. Gibbons around and out. Robinson rebounds. LSU's at Ole Miss, 5 o'clock Central Time here on SEC Network as well on Saturday. Mizzou wins their 12th straight at home, but they win in SEC play for the first time in about 670 days.
But who's counting?
Who's counting? Yeah. Mizzou's going to be happy to see that in the rearview mirror for sure.
Yep.
3 at the buzzer of the shot clock, and then Carter running downfield. That's the game clock. And Mizzou wins at 83-67 for their first regular season win and officially 669 days.
Well played by Missouri. They were great on defense, and when you do that, you win games in this league.